Erickson left some handouts of her slides over here, if any of you would like those. And our next speaker, in Chin Lu, also has a few handouts, and so first come, first served after his talk. And I just want to briefly introduce Chin Lu. Take away any time from his talk, but he's an IP law master's student at UNH Law. Before that, he was a patent examiner in China at SIPO for more than 7 years. And his research interests extend from patent examination to patent policy and patent commercialization. Chin has written more than 20 published papers, and he's also presented at many IP conferences, including the PIUG Northeast conference last October.
Thank you, kind word. So everyone can be, I can go. Can you do this?
Yeah.
This is okay? Good. 大家下午好. Good afternoon. That's Chinese. So, ladies and gentlemen. As Helen said, my topic today is about SIPO patent database with the focus on searching medicine patents in the bio conference field. And one note to be made is that I myself is not from the bio field. I'm sorry. My background is mechanical engineering, actually. So, to be sure, I want to make it clear that SIPO, S-I-P-O, stands for State Intellectual Property Office of China. I want to raise this because during the talk, just now, somebody mentioned to me, oh, SIPO? What is it? So I want to make it clear. And with SIPO patent databases, I'm only talking about patent databases or patent search system provided and developed by SIPO. Outside that patent databases such as TN, CA, and Dialog are not included there. So I just want to make sure. Okay. Today I will talk mainly 3 parts. First, I will talk briefly about the current patent information status in China. Then I will move on to introduce one general but very important patent search system provided by SIPO, the PSSS. And finally, we will focus on CHMP, a specialized China medicine patent database. So, patent information status in China. This slide shows the patent application trend in the recent 10 years in China. As you can see, the increase is dramatic. And in fact, as of the year 2013, there have been more than 13 million patent applications submitted before SIPO, of which are more than 4.3 million invention patent applications. Oops. And this slide shows more information about the invention patent in China. And again, besides the application trend, you can see the number of granted inventions also increased a lot as well, shown by the orange line. And again, as of 2013, there have been more than 1.3 million invention patents granted, of which there are more than 1.1 million invention patents, granted invention patents maintained in force. So I talk about invention patents specifically because in China we have 3 types of patents: invention patents, utility model patents, which we don't have in the US, and design patents. And medicine patents is only protectable under invention patents. So that's why I raised this. So, what are the mean for us, the patent information in China? I think at least these 4 implications. First, on one hand, it means a big patent market in China that you maybe your company do not want to lose. And from the other hand, patents in nature is a government-granted exclusive right. So those millions of patents can also be potential hurdles for your company. Let's say you don't have a patent in the area, but someone else has. The result is that you might get blocked from that area. And also from the viewpoint of patent information utilization application, those big numbers of patents can be a very wealthy information source, let's say for prior search, patentability evaluation, and technology and product development as well. So having talked about the patent information status in China, let's move on to the PSSS. I will introduce two versions of PSSS here. First, the internal PSSS. PSSS stands for Patent Search and Service System. With the internal, I mean you cannot see it or it's open. It's not open to the public because it's only available to SIPO examiners with the internet. And in fact, the internal PSSS was one of most important information construction projects during SIPO's 11th 5-year plan. You know, we in China, we have the so-called 5-year plan. And the purpose of this system is to enhance and improve, as I was, examiners' prior art search efficiency and quality, and also to streamline the whole patent examination procedure as well, because everything will become electronic. In fact, internal PSSS has now become the most important search tool SIPO examiners use to search for prior art when they examine patent applications. And as I said, it's internal, not accessible to the public. I introduced here, that's not for you to know. Now let's move on to the external PSSS. Simply speaking, the external PSSS is almost the image of the internal PSSS, but it's free to use on internet. The system was launched in 2011 with an English interface, which I think is good news for us Chinese users. And to access external PSSS, you just go to this website. And then you will see this default Chinese homepage. You can find out the data coverage of the system here. And as I said, we have the English interface. To switch to the English version, it's quite easy. Click on the English link, and then you switch to the English version. To use external PSSS, you must have a user account. But fortunately, you can sign up by clicking the sign up button, and then it goes through a simple registration process, and then you have a user account, you log in, and you do a search. You can search in English, Chinese, and even Japanese, Korean, and German if you know that. Oops, and then you review results, and you can check out more information, family, citation, blah, blah, which can be a one-stop information source. Oh, it's moving fast. Oops. Okay, I still have a table here. In fact, I have a table. Let's suppose we have a table. The table is to show you some basic information about internal and external PSSS. Mainly about the internal PSSS is not open to public, and to keep in mind, the external is free to use on internet, and it has English interface. Okay, let's talk about CHMP now, the specialized China Medicine Patent Database. We know, compared to other industries, the medicine patent search has some unique challenges. I think we have talked about this. One of them is the complicating expressions of medicine. We know it's not uncommon that for a same component of medicine, you have many dozens, or sometimes even more names, expressions. And it's also not uncommon that a same expression is sometimes referred to different kinds of components of medicine. So I guess it's almost impossible for researchers, for experts in this room, to grasp all the expressions in your mind. So, fortunately enough, we have CHMP. This platform helps overcome many of those problems to a great extent. I will show you how. And in a sense, CHMP is a human indexed China medicine patent database. The patents in the system are selected manually based on IPC classification. After that, a data processing procedure is applied for each of the patents, including invention title and abstract redrafting, chemical substance information indexing if there is any, and also reclassification and provides many useful search functions to help you to exploit functions. Some of them are similarity search and medicine, dictionary, or thesaurus search and transfer search, which we have shown with some case studies in the following slides. For the CHMP today, I will introduce an overview of each search function, and then I will use two case studies to show you how to do search on that platform. And first, to access the platform, it's quite simple. Just go to this website. And then you will see on the above is the default Chinese login page. And the one below is the English English interface of the CHMP. And also, to use the CHMP, you must have a user account, which again is quite easy. You just, by clicking on the registration button, and you sign up with this simple registration procedure. And then you log in with the user account, and now you are at the default Chinese homepage. Well, you can see on the left side is a search function toolbar here, which includes different search functions. And also, as I said, it has an English interface, right? You just clicking on the English version, and then you switch to the English version. And also, you can see a similar toolbar on the upper middle part of the page. I'm not repeating that, you can. Okay, let's see our case study. Our first case is of a patent application of a Chinese medicine. It's for treating urinitis. That's the claim one in Chinese, and the English is what I use the Google translation to here. At least for me, it does not make sense. I can't understand. So it's not difficult to find out that the key of this invention lies in these 5 components as circled out here. But for non-Chinese users, the difficulty, I guess, is find out the Latin name with those components. With Latin name, I mean the standardized scientific nomenclature of that component. But again, fortunately, with CHMP, this can be easily done. I will show you. You go to the toolbar in the English interface, then you find the TCM dictionary, means traditional Chinese medicine dictionary. And then you input the Chinese name of that component and you search. And then you will see a result page like this, showing the Latin name of that component, force and origin. You do this for each of the other components, and then you get a table like this showing the Latin names of those components. And next, since we are trying to find prior art patents, or medicines, having similar or same components, so we use a function called similarity search. Then you go to the TCM formula, means traditional Chinese medicine formula search. And then you choose similarity search. And you input each of the 5 Latin names of the components, and then you search. And then you will see the search results. Well, the search result is with a similarity here. And you can identify the prior art. So we talk about a Chinese medicine case. Now we look at a Western medicine case. This medicine is for treating oral disease. And the key of the invention is a remote bound compound featured by the structure shown in the claim 1. To search for prior art for this application, we will use 2 functions. One is Western medicine dictionary, and another is transfer search. First, Western medicine dictionary or thesaurus search. You go to the toolbar. Oh, one note we made here. The Western medicine thesaurus is only available under the Chinese interface. Sorry for that. But no, it's not difficult to find out. You will see. It's quite simple. And you go to here. You click on Western medicine dictionary search, and you input the name of the remote bound. And then you check check out or search. And then you will see a fact sheet like this, showing the Chinese name, English names, CA number, and the formula as well of the substance you want. And then you choose this search result, and you will transfer search in the lesson medicine bibliography papers. And then you will see, after review the result, you will see the file as shown with a signal for the exact structure. This table summarizes the main functions for CHMP, including what we have talked about: Chinese approximate search, similarity search, dictionary search, medical search, and so on. Okay, in fact, in the recent 10 years, SIPO has made great efforts and also a lot of money trying to provide several very useful patent search systems, including general systems and specific systems or specialized systems. So people can use them to search for China and worldwide patents for free and hopefully more efficiently. And the good news for non-Chinese speakers is that most of those platforms have English interface, as we have seen. And another thing is that, as you may have some concern about the privacy problem you do when you are doing research on internet, to the extent of my knowledge, SIPO do not require official information. As you can see from the registration process, it does not ask you for serious information. And they don't connect and distribute those information as well. And with this slide, I want to express my sincerest thanks to Professor Kwasti. I didn't know he's coming, in fact, but now Professor is here. Thank you so much for giving me the in-depth comment and advice on this presentation today. And this slide shows the main materials I referred when preparing this presentation. And thanks to them. And oops, I will come here first. In fact, I have some more slides talking about more search functions and another very important patent search system, CMIDR from SIPO, and another alternative version, CHMP. If you have interest, you can check them out later. And if you have any question afterwards, just feel free to contact me, and I will go back here. So with that, end my talk today, and thank you all again. Thanks to the conference committee. Yes, thank you. If you have any questions. One more thing. If you do have any questions, they have an online help here. Click on the help. There will be detailed information. Including the menus for it. Yeah.
So for those purple Chinese medicine names, they were embedded in the, the claim. So you needed to at least to read the claim to pick those terms out to be able to know what words to be translated.
Okay, so that honestly I can't help on that. That relates to another problem is claim deconstruction. So you have to understand the specific terminology in the claim. So that depends on the, I should say, the researcher or your R&D people. Yeah, sure. Imagine good point. Yes.
So I guess you could just try some of the firms maybe. It looks like, the example you gave,
the number, it means the weight percentage of that component in the whole medicine.
I see. So you could pretty much be sure that that would be a compound then?
Yep.
Okay.
And to be sure, I mean, to be safe, it's recommended that you ask someone who knows Chinese to help you figure out. Yeah.
Are those numbers in the CHMP only, or would they be in the?
You mean the number?
Yeah, those numbers. Would they be?
No, this is the original claim.
Okay.
This is the original
So
claim.
you might be able to recognize that it is a component then if you've got the numbers in the original full text.
Yeah, you should get the name of the medicine from